The other day, vendors took a bunch of people we worked to a baseball game in Texas. Actually, it was a Rangers game. And they took us to, we had a nice week. And I work with a lot of people from around the world. And it was time for the Pledge of Allegiance and the singing of the national anthem. I had 3 co-workers who were from India. They weren't citizens. And they handed out hats, Texas Rangers hats. Everyone put it on. And then the national anthem started, and they didn't take off their hats. So I quickly went out there and I grabbed one of their hats, and they said, "Hey, thanks for telling me that we did not know. We did not know." So that was what happened on that day. And in this meeting, at the start of this meeting, before we started, we all stood and pledged allegiance to that flag. Now, what would it have looked like if the members of the board and you, Dr. Roy, had remained seated? It would look peculiar. It would send the wrong message. And it's not something that you guys never want to be on tape or be known for doing. Now, when the president wanted to speak, he was banned. And the excuse was used as lunch. In this instance, you did not salute the flag. Superintendent Roy, you're a citizen. You're a war veteran. You know better. Board members, your lack of action endorsed this decision. In lieu of allowing the speech to happen live, you provided a link on the website. Now, someone has already said that was not the same. But I'm going to go further. By you not allowing the president to speak, you violated mine and a lot of other people's civil rights. Now, that seems like a stretch, but let me explain myself. Number one, in fact, the speech was banned. Number two, a link was provided instead of allowing him to speak. So we got a link and a live speech. They're not the same. There are other things that are not the same. Allowing certain people to sit in the front of the bus and others to sit in the back based on race, that's not the same. Allowing people to use certain water fountains, that's also not the same. It's a well-settled thing that's separate, that's not equal. You had a chance, you had a responsibility.
Put away the red card.
Excuse me? I have the floor. Excuse me, I lost my point. And we can talk later.
We all can talk later.
Therefore, I would hate to be guilty of providing a problem without a solution. The solution is simply to rebroadcast the speech in all.
Sante's right. First, I'd like to thank you for giving us an opportunity to voice our opinions. And like so many that have spoken before me, I'm just very disappointed in your decision to not air President Obama's back-to-school speech. In a correspondence that I had with Dr. Roy, I understand that logistics played a large part of it, but that you had an entire week to come to this decision, and that research about the contents of the speech had not been done, although anybody really could have found what the speech would have contained if that really would have been an issue. WhiteHouse.gov, very easy to get to, would have provided you with what the contents of that speech would have been about, and that it was merely a speech to support our kids who want to work hard, who want to get somewhere, who are willing to work hard, and you took that opportunity away from them. I also want to mention that by airing prior speeches by President Reagan and President George H.W. Bush on Channel 1, that you really did set a precedent that presidential speeches should be aired, should be shown to our school children. And by deciding not to do that, you did make this a political issue and a partisan issue.
Yes.
Texas is already one of the states that has low voter turnout. Even after the census adjustments have been made. Texas ranks pretty low on the scale for voter turnout, and this did nothing to turn that around. I just want to add one more thing. I was really appalled by Mr. Plackey's response to a concerned parent who expressed her disappointment to Dr. Roy and board members. His response that he stood by the decision, he thought you made the right decision, and good luck selling your house was very inappropriate.